Hi, I am Angela, and I'm going to guide you through your first research project setup with Respondi. Once you're familiar with some background basics, it's really easy. I promise. You've probably already set up your questionnaire and know who you want to survey. Perfect, because defining the exact target group is very important. For example, your target group could be limited to a specific country, gender, or education level. Of course, we only invite according to the target group you have commissioned. However, to be sure to get the most up-to-date information about the panelists' lives, for example, if the panelist has recently graduated, the target group characteristics should also be collected at the beginning of your questionnaire. Participants who do not belong to the required target group have to be screened out by you at the beginning of the questionnaire by being redirected to us via the Screen Out redirect. In addition to screenouts, in most cases, a certain quota distribution is required within the target group. For example, a quota on age and gender. Of course, we invite accordingly to these quotas and, if necessary, can also readjust. For example, if the response rate differs between the different quotas, the response rate indicates how many of those invited to the survey have already participated. However, to make sure that we do not over-recruit in certain quotas, it makes sense for you to also set quotas. Hence, a certain quota is closed as soon as the desired number is reached, and afterwards, only participants who fit into the unfilled quotas can take part in the survey. The new participants who belong to an already filled quota will thus be redirected as a quota full. Please let us know the quotas you intend to include before we launch the project, as quotas cannot be included later on. During field time, please either provide us with a reporting link or send us regular quota updates so that we can invite accordingly and can readjust if necessary. Screen out and quota questions should always appear at the start of the questionnaire, preferably during the first 6 questions. In order to register the screenouts and quota fulls in our system, and thus to take care of your project in the best possible way, the participants are being reverted to us by redirect links, which have to be implemented by you. An ID is automatically allocated to each participant. You receive and save the ID when they enter the questionnaire. During the course of the questionnaire, the respondents are being allocated to the respective groups of screenouts, quota fulls, and completes, and then sent back to us with the respective status and their unique IDs. This way, the right status for each correspondent is saved. Imagine the process to be like going to a club. If you leave the club, in this case, Respondi, you get a stamp, our ID. If you want to enter the club again, you have to show the stamp, our ID. How this process works exactly differs for each software provider, but we will provide you with some general information on our redirect links, which will help you understand the process. There are 3 mandatory redirect links that need to be implemented. Screen-out links are used for panelists who do not belong to the target group. Complete links are used for all completed and valid interviews. Quota full links are used if the panelist belongs to your target group, but also to a quota that is already full. Beyond the mandatory redirect links, there are optional redirect links. Panelists who answer a question too fast can be redirected via a speeder link. Redirect links for quality fails can be implemented if you are using a coherence check on some questions in your survey. This one can be implemented if you are using cookies to check that the same IP address is not being used twice. For more information on when, how, and where to implement these optional redirect links, please contact us. This link is an exemplary redirect link, will be replaced by the individual project ID for each project. Therefore, we send you new redirect links for every new project. For the setup, you will send us a link to your survey, which could look like this. We will attach an alphanumerical ID of 32 digits to your survey link of each respondent. We call it TICK. Your system will have to save and send it back to us via the redirect link as return_tick for each panelist who has completed the survey. This ID is automatically generated when the panelist clicks on his invitation link. The ID is the identity card of the panelist for this specific survey. For example, the link of a panelist accessing your survey would have this structure. The identity of the panelist are the 32 digits marked red. Your survey system should allow you to save the tick. This ID is the identity of each panelist. If necessary, the tick can also be named differently. After you saved the tick and the panelist has completed the survey, you will have to redirect the panelist as follows. In this example, the panelist would be a complete. In details, you are sending the panelist back to mingle.respondi.com to the specific survey identified by 7 digits. For example, 123456 with the complete status C_0002 equals 1 with his or her identity card status. You can use various different software providers for setting up your questionnaire. The technical setup of the redirects differs among them. On www.respondi.com/en/academics, you find more information on these different providers, such as Unipark, Qualtrics, Lime Survey, and others. Please also check with your software provider if you need help. After you've implemented the redirects, we check if the redirection works properly. We normally test for a complete and a screen out and send you the corresponding IDs for you to check whether they have been captured in your system. If the redirection does not work properly, please check that 1. You are capturing a variable called tick, which is a 32-character alphanumeric ID. 2. You are sending the tick ID back to us, but renamed return_tick. I hope this short video has been useful for you. Good luck with your research project. You can find more detailed information on screenouts, quotas, our redirect links, different software providers, and more on our website, www.respondi.com/en/academics.